gracious me!
What is going on, guys? Steve, I'm here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. The old intro is back. It's a decent team. To be fair, the old intro is back because it was always going to come back. That was just the new intro was just there to A, wind a few people up, and B, to live in the moment. It was the old intro took me ages to edit, so it was always going to come back. You know, it is a piece of iconic commentary. We're going to kick things off with probably the running theme of the video, and that annoyingly, and I'm fed up with talking about it, but I feel like I've got to defend myself every time I play this game, and that is, of course, the way that I'm scoring goals recently. The fact that I've built my team around the meta, which is crossing and nodding them in with Bale and Ronaldo. I'm not trying to save a view or anything, but Ryan O'Connor says that he's going to stop watching the Road to Glory if I don't stop playing that way. And to that I say, I appreciate the fact that you've watched it this long. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, but I'll see you maybe next year when the game doesn't have a broken flick-up cross mechanic, possibly. It's not something that I invented. It's not something I coded. Brilliant, well done, Best. That's what I did. It's just something that happens to be ridiculously overpowered. The easiest way to score goals. Why wouldn't you do it? We've had this in so many FIFAs. In fact, last year, right? How did you score goals last year? Was it really nice passing football, get into the box and manage to slot it past the keeper, cut up the keeper maybe? No. What you would do, okay, might be the passing build-up play might be a thing, and that's fair enough. But what you used to do when you get into the box is you would do a low-driven shot. And if you're telling me that every time you got into the box you didn't do a low-driven shot, you're lying. Because every single time you would get into the penalty area. What? I stopped. What do you do? Oh, okay. Every time you go into the penalty area of FIFA 18, low driven, and you can't argue against it because everybody did it. It was the most overpowered way to score, and everyone complained, or was a little bit not complaining, but little bit like, oh god, how are we going to score goals in FIFA 19? Because now that they've made low driven so difficult to do in this game. In FIFA 19, because they're not as overpowered in FIFA 19 as they were, oh god, in FIFA 18, and that's fine. You can still use them and score goals, sure, but they're not as effective as what they were last year because it's not the meta anymore, right? Oh, hello, cheeky. Can we get that ball out? No, we can't get that ball out wide. Hang on, Ronaldo. Yeah, and FIFA 13, right? I used to take so much stick FIFA 13. You used to use Aubameyang, which sounds like a good player, right? But he was like 77 rated or something. He played for Saint Etienne at the time. And I used to give the ball to him all the time and basically abuse him, right? Oh, hello, are you going to... Just put it into the box. Don't even worry about flicking it up. That's George Best, by the way. Wait, is it George Best? I think it's George Best. You can't blame me for scoring a cross goal with George Best. It wasn't a flick up, although I did try it but failed. And George Best, the smallest man to ever play the game, has just scored a header. So if you're telling me that that is one of the reasons why you're not watching me anymore, then I don't know what to say. I mean, if the game allows you to score a goal consistently with George Best in the air, then the problem isn't with the person doing... Look at him. Look, he's abusing La Croquetas. Can I take the ball off him? No. Can I? Hell. I've given away a free kick because they're so overpowered. Am I annoyed by it? No, because it's not his fault. He's using what's overpowered, and it makes sense. Rebound. That's something else that's overpowered in this game. You score so many rebounds. If it's not a cross, it's a rebound, right? Am I annoyed? Not in the slightest. Because that's part of FIFA 19, and I've accepted it. I'm not angry at the player that I'm playing right now. I'm angry at the game. Because whoever coded this has decided that it's a very good idea to have crosses be as overpowered as they are, basically like they were in FIFA 14. Because if you go back and watch Fang's channel in FIFA 14, she was very good at FIFA. And you know why? Crossing was so overpowered, she literally used to get the... And you can ask her yourself, because I think she called herself the Cross Queen or something. Look at him, La Croquetas. You can't tackle La Croquetas. And no one ever moans about that. People always moan about crossing. Why? Because crossing isn't pretty to look at and it's boring. La Croqueta is a little bit different, and it's exciting, it's exhilarating, and that's genuinely the reason why people aren't moaning about it. But yeah, if you go back and ask fans what her favourite FIFA was, I bet you she'll say FIFA 14. And the reason is because she was good at it. The reason she was good at it is because this... Oh my... Do you know what I mean? What's that? Because crossing was so overpowered. And again, people used to give her abuse for it because, oh, you could only win because you're crossing. FIFA 13 with Aubameyang, going back to it, used to cut up the keeper. And people used to call it a sweaty, right? A sweaty goal. Oh, you're only winning because you score sweaty goals. Oh, you won, yeah, but it was a sweaty goal you won by. I'm sorry, right? There's something in every FIFA that people are annoyed by. If it's in the game, and EA have kept it in the game, and you're not typing in a cheat code, I genuinely don't understand why people are getting angry with it, right? You can't be mad at people for playing the game, regardless of how they play the game. It's like being mad at Stoke for... a few years ago being a sort of a long ball team. If it's their tactic and they want to use that, why are you angry with them? Oh, you shouldn't be playing the long ball. You shouldn't be aiming the ball up to crouch. You should be playing some tiki-taka football. You should be trying to pass through people. Why are you playing a long ball for? Oh, hang on. You're putting in a long throw? No, I don't agree with that. That's not the way you should be playing the game. You should be throwing it short and trying to pass your way into the penalty area. Bollocks. If this is the effective way to score goals, bang, I'm going to do it. And I'm happy to do it. Am I having fun? To be fair, yeah. I'm having more fun doing that than I am passing around trying to get through someone's AI-controlled defence, failing to get through their defence, and then conceding either a kick-off goal or a counter. I play to win, and if you play this game... And your sole intention is to not win the game, I don't understand. Because football is about, okay, yeah, you can have fun while playing the game, I'm not saying that. But for me, football, or any sport in general, is played with the intention of winning at the end of it, right? You don't go into a game of football or FIFA, you don't go into a race thinking, well, you know, if I come last, at least I have fun. Yeah, kind of, but don't you want to win? Isn't that the point of even trying? Surely. Otherwise, there would be no such thing as competition or league tables. It would just be, here's a fixture list for the season. We're not going to have a league table this year because it doesn't matter about winning. It's all about the taking part. It's not. It's about winning. I would much rather... And, you know, this, again, it's down to personal preference, and this sort of comes roundabout of what I'm trying to say, right? So... I lost my train of thought. I would much rather, right, play 30 games and win 30 games all from crosses. Every single goal I score comes from a cross. Wow, that's a red card. I would much rather play this game, win all 30 games, and every single goal I score in those 30 games are crosses, right? Rather than play 30 games, win 11, just scrape silver 1, but play... the way that I feel the game should be played. So tiki-taka football, which doesn't work because passes just don't go where you want them to. And trying skill moves that aren't La Croqueta because they're stupidly overpowered. So you can't use those because that's the meta. You know, I would much rather win a full set of 30 games through crosses like that. Not that was a good cross, but you know what I mean? Than I would try and play the game and only manage to get silver 1. Someone said you must be really bad if you have to abuse crosses and can't win the other way. And I don't claim to be good at the game. Oh, he nearly scored oh, he did score. That's a sweaty. It doesn't count because it's a sweaty goal. No, it's a goal, and it's a legit goal. And I'm not salty about any of the things I'm saying. I just don't understand why people have a go at other people for the way that they play the game. Unless they are literally inputting a cheat code, they're not doing anything wrong. Why are you angry at someone for the way that they play a game? They're abusing mechanics, sure. But guess what? They didn't put the mechanic there. EA did. Be angry at EA Sports for... oh, what the hell? For putting it in the game, right? They say at the beginning it's in the game, right? And we don't want it in the game. So, oh, that's a foul and a half. Oh, fair enough. Good challenge. Not going to moan about that. This guy is bad, by the way, and I don't know how I'm not winning. But, you know, it is what it is. But going back to it, right, if you can play this game and you can knock it about, tiki-taka, and enjoy yourself regardless of whether you win or lose, that's awesome. Honestly, genuinely, hand on heart, no sarcasm intended, that is brilliant. And you are a better person than I am, I suppose, as far as a video game is concerned, right? Because I can't do it. If I go into a game and I don't play to the meta, knowing the meta is going to get me more goals and a better chance of winning, but I'm playing the way that I think like a football game should be played, I can't get my head around it. I can't enjoy myself knowing there's a way I could score, but I'm not going to do it. I enjoy myself playing this game with crosses more than I do without them, because I know they're effective. And if you don't find it entertaining to watch, then I wholeheartedly apologise. Don't watch the gameplay, skip to the packs, skip to the menus, because if it wasn't for the way that this game is at the moment and the fact that we have a meta, if this game was just bad in general, but there wasn't an easy way to score, it was just because everyone can agree that this game isn't great. It's bad. People always badmouth it. It's a bad game, right? And it's not just because there are overpowered mechanics that people abuse. It's just the passing doesn't work effectively, right? That's a low-driven shot into a corner, and he's kicked it straight at him. And you wonder why people cross. It would have been. Do you know what? Right, I'm bad there. I should have scored. Right, he moved the keeper. Fine. Right, that's not the point. If I'd taken that ball back out to the wing, flicked it and crossed it in, I would have scored. But I'm one-on-one with the keeper, and I missed. It's easier to score from a cross than it is a one-on-one. And you tell me, in what world do you want to live in where that's a thing? Well, why are you doing it then? Because other people do it to me, and it's in the game. So why wouldn't you do it? I'm annoying myself, right? And I probably haven't. I probably haven't explained it very well. Maybe I sound salty. Genuinely, I'm not, right? If people score that way against me, I'm all right with it. I really am, because it's in the game. And EA have put it in the game. And it's not a cheat code. It's fine. I don't mind it at all, right? This guy is literally cruising to lose. And he'll beat me. I don't know how, but he will. No, because he's playing legit TVM. Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. He scored he cut my keeper up. I think, what was one of his goals a cross? No, one of his goals was a rebound, and the other one was a cut my keeper up. And he's bringing his keeper out. And somehow, look at him, he's ripping his defence apart just to try and stop me from getting down the wing. And somehow he's winning. I'm just really bad at defending, I guess. I don't know. But most of the comments yesterday were about the intro. That's changed, so we're fine. The other comments were literally about the gameplay. And there is plenty of menu gameplay. And I was saying, if there wasn't a meta in this game, the current state of it, I wouldn't be playing anywhere near as much as I am. I mean, I'm not really playing that much. But I wouldn't go back into Weekend League unless the meta was a thing. Bang. Oh, he moved him again. If the meta wasn't a thing, I wouldn't go into Weekend League with it, because it's just so infuriating to play. And yeah, I'm not great at the game. Yeah, you can argue I'm bad at the game, and that's fine. I'm not really that bothered if you think I'm bad at the game. I know I'm not great. My defending is awful. But, you know, I'm having more fun now than what I was 2-3 weeks ago. Oh, wow, how the hell has that stayed out? I want to play the game, legit. I want to play it so that everyone enjoys the gameplay, but I don't enjoy the gameplay. So I would much rather play to win than I would play to enjoy, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, right, if I'm winning games, I'm enjoying myself. I might argue and I might shout at the game. I've not raged at this as much as I did, or have been, for some reason. I don't know why. Normally, I'd be tearing my hair out at this point, but maybe it is something to... I didn't want to... Oh, my fault. Didn't want to pass to him. Wanted to give it to Ronaldo. Just wouldn't select him. Wanted to give that to Gerrard, and that's why you can't tick attacker. That's why I can't tick attacker. My passes just don't go where I'm aiming them. That's a red card, surely. Nope, not a red card. This guy is using constant pressure, and that's another thing as well. Constant pressure is so difficult to play against. So, oh god. So crosses kind of eliminates that, really. So long as you can get the ball down the byline, we're fine. Ironically, if they'd left time finishing in, crosses wouldn't have become as much of a thing. It would have been time finishing. I've had more people complain about me using crosses than I did time finishing. And I want to know why. Why were time finishes okay, but crossing isn't? Because at the end of the day, they're the same thing, really. It's an overpowered mechanic. Oh, God. George Best just didn't want to run then. Just see, he was... It was awful. He just didn't want to get going. 2-2 against this guy is embarrassing, man. It really is. This guy is doing his best to try and lose the game, I feel. Let's take De Rossi off. De Rossi's been booked 2 games in a row now. Normally I would take Bale off here. I need better super subs. No, I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. The whole point of this video, really, I suppose. There we go. It's G says, I don't play to the meta. I play beautiful football and win games and have fun with it. And honestly, well done. Genuinely, well done. If I could do that, I really, really would. But I can't. Not consistently, anyway. I mean, I can win games by not crossing, but not consistently. I'll go like 14-8 or something if I play normally and don't abuse the crossing meta. And I would much rather go 14-4 or 14-3, but abuse the crossing meta than, oh god, than I would not do it. Does that make sense? Hopefully, FIFA 20 doesn't have an overpowered way to score. I mean, I'll go to, sure, but not a stupidly overpowered. This is all but guaranteed to go in, providing I can get the cross in. I have not actively done it, but I've put far less crosses into this game than I normally would. And you might be thinking, hang on, all you've done is try and cross. And to an extent, you're right. But I put more in normally. I do. I put a lot more crosses in normally than I have done now. But I'm not sorry about it, and I'm not going to change the way I play, right? And like I said, I apologise. If you want to watch menu content, that's awesome. There is plenty of that. And the streams, they don't have any gameplay in the streams. Well, normally anyway. I might have to start... Really? Really? I might have to start playing some games on stream actually because of the fact that I'm going to have to try and play as many games as I can for Weekend League, and I won't have time to stream and play games. So we'll see. Maybe I have to play games on stream. I don't want to, but I might have to. I'm going to lose this. There we go, La Croqueta, and he should have scored. He should have done better than that. But that's another point. Why hasn't he scored? Was it a bad shot? Maybe, but why was it a bad shot? I don't reckon it was the player. I honestly I blame the game for it. He should have scored there, and there should be a better way to score one-on-ones or when you're inside the penalty area. I prefer FIFA 18 to this gameplay-wise because at least, okay, it was boring in my opinion because every time you got into the penalty area, you had a oh really, Gerrard just doesn't react, and that's a trade-off, right? I'm using Gerrard. Even though he's not meta, even though he's not suited to the game, I'm using him because it's Gerrard. But he frustrates the living hell out of me because he's not quick enough. He doesn't react to things. He's bad. He's not a good player in this game, really. But I'm using him because he's Gerrard. So yes, I cross, but I also use Steven Gerrard. So I feel like it. I feel like it sort of balances out to a degree. And again. They don't react quick enough. They're not quick enough. I feel like all I've done is bitched in this episode, but it's not even a bitch. I'm not bitching. I don't understand why people get so angry about a way that someone plays this game. Why the hell is Laurent Blanc up there? Oh, that threw me. I was going to shoot, but then I realised it was Blanc. Oh, God. Too far. Oh, that's a really stupid cross. That shouldn't be a goal, but it is. And that is ridiculous. And it shouldn't be a thing. It really shouldn't be a thing. But it is. And that's just the way it is. You know, EA need to fix it. It's not you can't blame the players. I mean, oh, but you did it. If you didn't do it, it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but if it wasn't in the game, I couldn't do it. So you can't blame... If I stopped doing it, someone else would do it against me. You can't stop the whole... It's like that whole FIFA point movement. You cannot stop people buying FIFA points. Maybe one or two you can affect, and that's awesome. But you couldn't affect the entire player base. So if you want things to change in FIFA, this whole don't buy FIFA points movement isn't going to work. Because there is always going to be someone out there who will go, oh, I'm just going to stick a tenner on. I won't matter. And it's the same in this. Oh, I hate it when people do crosses. I wish people would stop doing crosses. I'll stop doing crosses. I'll make a change. I'll be the bigger person and I'll stop doing it. But then next game you go into, guess what? Your opponent's doing it against you. So what am I going to do? Message him after the game? Could you please stop doing crosses? Thanks. You can't. It's impossible. So just play the way you want to play and don't be angry with someone trying to win the game. Like, that's effectively what people are angry about. Oh, it's an overpowered mechanic, it's very effective, and my opponent's doing it. Why are you surprised? Don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game. And I've only just started abusing this, and I've been playing since launch, a couple of days before launch, and I've only now started doing it. And I was playing football before, I was passing it around, and I was doing everything that wasn't meta, etc, 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 and I wasn't having fun. But at least now I'm winning games, and to me, I'm sort of enjoying myself. So I really am sorry. I really am sorry if you don't like seeing the gameplay, and I'm sorry if you think less of me as a person because I'm crossing in a virtual setting, in a video. I'm playing a video game, and you're upset with me. What is the world coming to? What's going on? I mean, look at that. I deserve to win that game, right? 13 shots on target, 16 shots in total, nearly 60% possession, 86% pass accuracy. That guy was just throwing his goalkeeper on the halfway line half the time. The guy was just all over the place. He couldn't defend. I wasn't much better when it comes to defending, but you may have thought I put a lot of crosses in there, and you'd be entitled to think that, but honestly, I double that normally. I launched them. Absolutely launched them into the box. This was a cross. I don't know how many cross goals I scored. This was a cross. I tried to flick it up, but I fail. Then I just put a normal cross in, and I score a header. Someone asked me, can I do a tutorial? I'm not going to do a tutorial on it because that would just draw even more hate, right? Literally, all you do, you can flick the ball up by clicking in the right stick if you want to, and then just power it up, 3/4 power or whatever. Cross, that is. And then when the ball comes into the penalty area, hold down both bumpers, LB and RB, or L1 and R1. And, I've scored, okay, so I scored 3 headers. Big whoop, right? That guy scored a drag back, or a cut back, rather, and a rebound. All 3 ways are just broken ways to score. Rebounds are just what they are. And a cutback has been in the game since launch of the very first FIFA. But, well, maybe not the first. You couldn't do it in FIFA 96, really. But that's always been a thing people were used to complain about. But now is an accepted norm in FIFA. Or just play normally, do some cutbacks, cut the keeper up. But back in FIFA 13, I used to get comments like I do now for crosses. I mean, David De Gea should be saving that, right? And that's the problem with the game. It's not that even that you win the header. Half the time, the ball just smashes into the keeper and ends up in the back of the net anyway. Let me look at his goal, his drag back. LB and RB and then header, by the way. That's a downward header. Rebound, right? Where's the drag back? Kevin De Bruyne. So he gets through here. FIFA 18, he shoots there. But in FIFA 19, he can't because he won't score. So what he does, instead of shooting low driven there first time, which would have been a goal last year, he has to force that ball to De Bruyne, and he scores that way. And that's just a cutback, pretty much. It's a sweaty goal in terms of FIFA 13 terminology, but it's accepted now. And I don't know. If this crossing mentality is in FIFA 20, A, people are going to implode, but B, maybe it'll become the norm. I don't know. I don't play enough rivals, by the way, to go up in divisions. I literally play the bare minimum, and then that's it. I finish rank 3, pick up 4 35k packs, blah blah blah. But now that we're back in Weekend League, or about to be back in Weekend League, I should say, things may change. I have just registered for Weekend League for the first time in over a month. Let's have a look at the transfer list. I have I've decided to sell a few of the 84s. I packed Perrin. I think I might have showed you yesterday. Packed him, sold him for 6.6. Don't need him for the Juventus SBC because I have Mario Mandzukic, or at least had him. I don't know whether I have any more, but either way, decided to sell Perrin because he's selling at a pretty inflated price. Normally he's about 3k, right? So we'll sell him, pick up the coins. Same with Alejandro Gomez. I've normally I see him around for less than 5k, right? So he's going for 7.7. I'm going to try and take advantage of it and just make as much money as I can. And then the rest of these players are just from a few packs being opened, some bronze pack method, picking him up, and we can clear that off. The rest of this, I'm going to need to try and clear, like I said yesterday, as much as I possibly can. Did a lot of bronze pack method last night. We'll list those up and see if any of them can go today. Fingers crossed they do. Otherwise, I'm going to either start storing them in the club or I'm going to have to start discarding, because what do I have? I have literally half my transfer list available, but I already have 20 packs, and I've not really completed any of the major leagues. So a lot of them are silver packs. Well, I say a lot of them. A few of them at the beginning here. 3 prime silvers, a silver reward pack, which I just got from an objective, but I'll open that tomorrow anyway. Premium silver players pack. A couple of 25Ks and things, two rare golds, small prime, which I've got a team of the season out of before, premium gold players. I've got 4 mega packs here, all of which are untradeable. I will have more mega packs by tomorrow for completing Man City. I think you get a mega pack, and I'll be able to do Atletico Madrid again once I've done Spain. I'm going to be able to go through a few clubs, so I'll have a lot more packs tomorrow. But these are just the packs I've picked up from... There you go, that's all of them. The packs I picked up from doing sort of the stragglers of the leagues then, should we say. What do we have here? So let's go on. Let's just show you, right? So the Australian League I've only just completed, so it's going to be a little while before we can go back around that again. A lot more bronze pack method needs to be done for me to be able to complete that. 5 teams away from the Italian League. Now, I won't do the Italian League for tomorrow because I need too many players from Empoli and Parma, and of course Genoa, because I've only really just finished that. So I'm hoping tomorrow I can at least pack 1 or 2 of them from either club, or each club, and that would make it even easier. Liga NOS, I'm not sure on this one. There are a few clubs, if it wants to load, there are a few clubs that are really tricky. This one, Martimo. I have packed 1 player. I've never done the Portuguese league, and the entire time I've been doing this, in over a month, I have 1 player, and he came from an upgrade, and that is the only player from that club that I have had in a month of opening packs. Absolutely crazy. And in which time, by the way, I've finished the Bundesliga 3 times, I've done the Premier League 3 times, and so many other leagues I've done. I just completed the MLS. I didn't show you because it took me by surprise. I picked Alessandrini. He's in the club right now. I only picked him for chemistry reasons because he's going to link with Decora from the Premier League when I complete that tonight. But I didn't realise I was that close to finishing it. I submitted the last team. I think it might have been New York. And I submitted it and it just said completed. I was like, what? I didn't even realise I was that close to being able to complete it. But apparently I was, so I didn't record it because I didn't even realise. 3 teams away from Bundesliga. It's the usual suspects: Nuremberg, Dusseldorf, and Bayern. I may very well take the plunge on that because, again, I could probably complete about 6 or 7 teams straight away. That would give me a nice sort of 10, 12 packs overall immediately. It's going to cost me a little bit, but we might be able to do it. Japanese League, for some reason, I am lacking a lot. Premier League, I need to finish Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff I need to finish, but I'm only like 1 or 2 players away. I'm going to have to buy either this keeper or the other keeper before Team of the Season comes out tomorrow, because I believe Etheridge will be a Team of the Season. If not in the immediate Team of the Season, he'll be an SBC or an objective or something. So I'm going to need to buy a Cardiff keeper tonight, because I think they'll go up in price. But we can complete Cardiff tonight, which I will do. And then Man City, the only other club. I have a few, but not that many, really. I've got to buy the big boys, you know, the Gundogan, the Bernardo Silvas. I could get away without using John Stones if I really wanted to, and I may do. We'll have to wait and see. Because, I mean, I could move him in here and get Fabian Delph or something on the outside. I think I can get away with it. I think the reason... If I can't get away with it, the reason is that silver. I don't normally use that silver. Yeah, I'm not getting away with it chemistry-wise, but that silver right there I don't normally use. And that silver I don't normally use. It's only because I've packed them. To be fair, it might be cheaper just to sell them. You get like 3k each or something. And then, yeah, all tradable. Nice. Oh, there we go. I mean, he's going, right? I'm not keeping him. That's ridiculous. That's stupid money. That's we don't need him to complete it. Let's just sell him for 8.8 and get him out of there. We can whack anyone else in there. It really doesn't matter. We'll be able to get the chem, no problem. John Stone's still in packs right now and still will be in packs as well because he'll be in Team of the Season tomorrow. Not exactly what I would call cheap, but there's probably a way around it. Either way, I'll complete that tonight. That's more packs again. Can go around a lot again then. I thought, again, another 10 teams easy. That's more packs once more. La Liga, I'm not too far away from being able to complete at all. Just Huesca and Valladolid, which is, again, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it can be expensive. I do have a couple of Huesca players. I'm literally waiting for that player to be put onto the market to be able to complete this. There is physically no other way I can complete this team without having him. Because the other centre mid is never on the market. Don't know if he plays there anymore. Right back is... Oh, wow. Well, the right back is on the market. I never see him. But I'm not paying 23,000 coins for it. That's ridiculous. And that's it. Like, there's no other player that I can use that would actually work apart from... If I was to get him for 9,000 coins, pop him in there and then convert him down. But that's going to cost me like 12k. That guy normally costs about 4k when he's on the market. So I just need to wait. Then that's done. I can go back through it again. And that's the gist of it. Tomorrow, French League's not too far away either. There's not really that many expensive ones left. I have a lot of the expensive players already. Scottish Premiership isn't too far away once more again. And we're not too far away from the Turkish League either. I've got a lot of potential packs coming for tomorrow. We have 20 already. Fingers crossed I can get at least another 20 or even 40. And then we're going to do upgrade packs on top of that. So hopefully I'll have over 100 packs to open tomorrow. Once again, if you play the game the way you enjoy it and it doesn't include one single meta overpowered mechanic, honestly, I am not worthy of you watching me. Thank you. Honestly, you're a legend. However, if you're a player who gets the ball down the wing, flicks the ball up, crosses it in and powers it home with Ruud Gullit, you're a legend for even doing it, right? Because people badmouth you all the time, and yet you still do it because of your desire to win. With or without using overpowered mechanics, I don't care. So long as you play the game and you personally are enjoying the experience, that's all that matters, right? So, yeah, okay, I can't understand people who play this game and if you lose 5-0, but at least you had fun, that's all that matters. I don't understand it, but if you're having fun, that's all I care about. It really is. It's all that anyone should be caring about. If you're having fun and you're not hurting anyone by breaking the law or whatever, then why should anyone be bothered? Honestly, it's a video game at the end of the day. Why should anyone be so upset the way that you're playing the game that it affects their happiness? It shouldn't make sense. I apologise if I've not managed to explain it very well. I really do, but or really am rather. But it's just, you know, I'm having more fun winning in a crappy, overpowered, scummy mechanic way than I am playing the game losing to a counter for someone who's playing one drop back. So, you know, it is what it is. Play the way you want to play and don't listen to anybody else is the underlying message of this episode. Tomorrow is a pack party and let's hope for some blues. Van Dijk is coming to the club at some point. I don't care how I'm going to get him. Don't care how much it's going to cost me. He will be in the club soon. Fingers crossed he can come in a red player pick or indeed in a pack tomorrow. But if you have enjoyed this episode, don't know why you would have done. Literally me just trying to justify the way that I play the game and thousands of others as well. But if you have, do me a favour and smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.